It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.
This episode is brought to you by Marqeta. When it comes to your payments provider, you can't afford to compromise. Marqeta's modern payment solutions flex with your business without the trade-offs. Stable and agile, secure and innovative, scalable and configurable. If they say you can't have it all, don't believe them. Your business demands more. Choose a payments provider that delivers more. Choose Marqeta. Visit marqeta.com/Spotify to learn more.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And here we are, finally, Election Day. The eyes of the nation are watching New York. Finally, it's here, Election Day, and mic drop moment. President Trump telling New York, you must vote for Andrew Cuomo over Mamdani. With the election today, the president says you have to ditch Curtis Sliwa, the third candidate in the race, the spoiler in this race. Dominic Carter here with you. The number to reach us live right now. It's your day. It's Election Day. The polls open in about 5 hours and 45 minutes. The day belongs to you. 800-848-9222. So before we get to what President Trump wrote on Truth Social, in terms of he's urging you, the surprise going into Election Day, he's urging you to vote for Cuomo, ditch Sliwa over Mamdani. Before we get to that, Mamdani showed up to a house party, if you will, of young people a few hours ago. If he wins, he will need a large turnout of young people. And Mamdani was standing near the DJ, going back to his days of wanting to be a rapper, moving back and forth, bopping back and forth. That song you just heard, Mamdani was bopping to it. And while you can't see it, Mamdani was doing his little dance where he wanted to be a rapper. He is on the verge of victory. We are going to see what happens. That's how you do Halloween, baby. And so Mamdani standing next to the DJ. Remember, there's that video out there of him wanting to be a rapper, one of the other industries, one of the other jobs he wanted to go into. But why should he do that when he can be elected mayor of New York City? He is hours away from that. Will Cuomo stand in the way and block him? Will Cuomo make his political return to politics after being forced to retire, to step down, to resign as governor of the great state of New York? But again, mic drop moment. Mic drop moment at this 11th hour. President Trump making his biggest endorsement yet to date. That is of Andrew Cuomo in this race, stating that New Yorkers, and I am quoting here, must vote for the former governor to defeat the president, calling Mamdani a communist. The president in an election eve appeal to his hometown that it will be a, quote, economic and social disaster if Mamdani triumphs today, as polling indicates, is likely. The president stating, I am quoting here, if communist candidate Zohran Mamdani wins the election for mayor of New York City, it is highly unlikely that I will be contributing federal funds other than the very minimum as required to my beloved first home, because of the fact that as a communist, this once great city has zero, the president capitalizing the word zero, chances of success or even survival. The president writing again on Truth Social, going on, it can only get worse with a communist at the helm, and I don't want to send as president good money after bad. It is my obligation to run the nation, and it is my strong conviction that New York City will be a complete and total economic disaster. The words of the president here, economic and social disaster should Mamdani win. The president has made clear for weeks that he thinks that Republicans should back Cuomo rather than GOP nominee Curtis Sliwa, but issued an even more forceful plea just hours before polls are to open. Quote, talking about Mamdani now, this is President Trump. He was nothing as an assemblyman, ranked at the bottom of his class, and as mayor, potentially again the greatest city in the world. The president capitalizing this here. He has no chance to bring it back to its former glory. We must also remember this. This is the president's words, not mine. We must also remember this. The president says a vote for Curtis Sliwa, who looks much better without the beret, is a vote for Mamdani. Mic drop moment. OMG, as polls are set to open at 6 a.m. 5.5 hours, give or take from now. It's in your hands. It's in your hands. No more talking. No more punditry. No more predictions. You will get to decide who wins this election and which two are the losers. 800-848-9222. It is going to be very, very interesting. So we're starting with your calls in just a few moments. But as soon as the president came out and made this endorsement of Cuomo, telling you to ditch Sliwa on the Republican line. Now, remember, this is the top Republican in the country. This is not Dominic Carter. This is the top president, the top Republican in the country, telling you to ditch Curtis Sliwa hours before polls open. And Mamdani went on CNN with Erin Burnett, and he was asked about the president's comment. And, of course, he tried to downplay it. This is what he said just hours ago on CNN.
The breaking news, President Trump endorsing Andrew Cuomo in the New York City mayor's race, just posting on social media this. He says, whether you personally like Andrew Cuomo or not, you really have no choice. You must vote for him and hope he does a fantastic job. He is capable of it. Mamdani is not. Well, out front now, Zohran Mamdani, the candidate for New York City mayor. And so President Trump making it very clear here, there's no beating around the bush here. You really have no choice. You must vote for him, Andrew Cuomo. What do you say to that?
Look, this is something that we've been speaking about for months. We've known since the primary that Andrew Cuomo was funded by the same billionaires that gave us Donald Trump's second term. He denied that then. He had a phone call with President Trump trying to coordinate to stop our campaign. He then denied that. And even just until these final days, he denied that he was Donald Trump's preferred candidate. But now it's written out for the entire world to see. This is the man that Donald Trump wants to be the next mayor of New York City. And not because he'll be good for New Yorkers, but because he'll be good for Donald Trump. And New Yorkers are exhausted of this agenda in Washington. They don't want to see a mimic of it come here to City Hall.
Do you think it will help Cuomo at all in the polls? I guess specifically if you assume that Trump's trying to talk to that 15% of people who say they're going to vote for Curtis Sliwa.
You know, we continue to be confident about what tomorrow will look like for us, but I do think New Yorkers must understand that Andrew Cuomo waited until the final day before the election to have this be revealed. He wanted to be able to make the message to Democrats that he was in fact the governor that he said he was, and then right at the last moment, the last opportunity to fully embrace the MAGA movement that we have long said he is tied to.
So that's Mamdani trying his best to stop the damage of the President of the United States in a mic drop moment, hours before the actual polls open, telling you don't vote for Sliwa, vote for Cuomo, and certainly in an effort to defeat Mamdani. This is a bit odd. What was Sliwa doing today? This is really odd, folks. He was out lashing out, attacking Cuomo, not the front runner as it relates to the nursing home scandal.
So on the eve of the election, Andrew Cuomo responsible for 15,000 elderly who died because of his executive order. Diagnosed with COVID in hospital and under his order, then shipped into long-term nursing home care units. It was a guaranteed death sentence to them and the other seniors they were infecting. 15,000. He went before the House of Representatives, his own Democrats and Republicans, and they referred perjury charges to the Department of Justice because he lied. And then the family members stood behind him, remember, crying, and asked him, Andrew, turn around. Acknowledge us. We're human beings. We've suffered a loss. This cold-hearted, psychopathic liar could not even turn to them and with a modicum of sympathy and empathy just say, I'm sorry.
Something is terribly wrong with this script. Why are you attacking number 2 instead of attacking the front runner? Something is rotten in Denmark here, folks. Remember I told you that. Let's begin with your telephone calls, beginning with line 3, Jay, New Jersey. What's on your mind this morning, this election day, Jay?
Yeah, hey, Dominic. Zohran Mamdani talking about how Andrew Cuomo was waiting for this endorsement, and I don't believe he was at all. I don't believe he even wanted it. He doesn't like when Zohran Mamdani, successfully points to him as Donald Trump's choice. But I believe Donald Trump waited till today because, if he would have, announced this earlier, Zohran Mamdani would have used this against him in the campaign the entire time, which is exactly what Zohran Mamdani was hoping for. And President Trump is directing this message toward the Sliwa voters on the day of the election. So when they go in there, they understand that, the president wants them to consider the bigger picture and New York City as a whole, which President Trump points out is his home state, more than Florida. And today, as election day is today, hopefully it won't sway anything at all. And all it will do is, wake up the people that voted for Trump and the Republicans in New York City to, put the city first because, as putrid as Andrew Cuomo is, President Trump's choice is the person that won't cheer for 9/11, as Sid Rosenberg rightly points out. And the fact that you have a candidate for mayor that, he associates his own grievances with the deaths of 3,000 New Yorkers, I'm going to vote for the person that doesn't cheer for 9/11 and who doesn't associate 9/11 with his own grievances.
I hear you, Jay. I've got to take a break, so I have to step in. The president did this because here's the bottom line. If the president can pull half of Sliwa's support, not all, just 25 to 40%, it will be Mayor Andrew Cuomo. Time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.
This National Foster Care Month, Marine Toys for Tots is providing hope to children who need it most. Staff Sergeant James Caldwell, who grew up in foster care himself, shares that while handing out gifts at a Toys for Tots distribution event, a little girl looked up at him, reached into her bag, pulled out a stuffed animal and said, "Someone needs to make sure you get a toy too." That simple gesture embodies the heart of Marine Toys for Tots, ensuring every child, including those in foster care, experiences the kindness that can transform their future. Visit toysfortots.org today.
This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Psst, healthcare pros, word's out, and it's too good to keep quiet. Look, LinkedIn is revolutionizing job hunting, making it possible to search by specialty, shift preference, and salary. Endless scrolling is out. Whether it's a mental health therapist or dental hygienist, finding the perfect role is faster and easier than ever. Head to linkedin.com/healthcare and start your search today.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back on this election day, a day for me personally that seemed like it was never going to get here. But it's indeed here. Tomorrow night, tomorrow morning, this time, we should know who the next mayor of New York City is going to be, who the governor of New Jersey is going to be, and who the governor of Virginia is going to be. Back to your telephone calls. Line 4, Tom in Chicago. Tom, what's on your mind?
Yeah, so, Curtis, okay, so let's say Mamdani wins tomorrow. What's the next chapter for Curtis Sliwa? I mean, is he going to come back on to 77 and say, like, you mean, wine, doing, and fuck?
Okay, whoa. Your jokes are not funny. Let's not do that right now. Are you serious about your comment? I'm not interested in your social commentary mimicking Mr. Sliwa.
What's he going to do, though? Seriously, like, that's a valid question, yeah.
Okay, so what's he going to do? The owner of the network, Mr. John Katzimatidis, Mrs. Margot Katzimatidis, they have said that Mr. Sliwa has a 30-year contract. Mr. Sliwa, as recent as this morning, has said that he's never coming back. Hopefully he'll come back. If he doesn't, we move on. What he does after this, I don't know, but I do have to be honest with you. Something is rotten in Denmark. The way he keeps defending, if you will, Mamdani, well, maybe that's unfair, but the way he keeps going after Cuomo, we are just hours from polls opening, and you would think Cuomo's the front runner, or what I think is going on, and thank you for the call, Tom, what I think is going on is Mr. Sliwa defines victory as just beating, coming in better in second place than Cuomo. But it's bizarre what he's doing. He's ganging up on Cuomo to benefit Mamdani. I've never seen, it's called a stalking horse. And it is just really, it is extremely bizarre. Dominic Carter here with you on this election day. Let's see here. Let's go to Adam, line 5, Staten Island, New York. Good morning, Adam, on this election day. What's on your mind? Adam, are you there? Going once? Going twice? Are you there? Okay, Adam is not there. Let's go to Harold in Brooklyn, New York, line 2. Harold, what's on your mind?
Yeah, hi, Dominic. Thank you for the call. Yeah, I just have a different look on this, on Mamdani. I think the Communist Party is putting him in there basically not so much to achieve anything as a mayor. I think he's going to be a pretty good mayor because the look that they have is really towards the presidency.
First of all, Harold, the Communist Party is not putting anybody in there. Mamdani has fooled New Yorkers that he's amongst the people. But thank you for the call. I've got to take a break. We're taking your live calls on this election day, 800-848-9222. President Trump says vote for Cuomo, ditch Curtis Sliwa.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
I use Shipt same-day delivery to stay connected with my sister during the holidays. She lives across the country. Shipt has tons of stores to order from. Groceries from Albertsons, crafts from Michael's, even pet supplies from PetSmart. The list goes on. So when we have long-distance movie nights, I turn to Shipt to get face masks, snacks, and everything else we need delivered to her and to me same day. Download the app or visit Shipt.com. That's SHIPT.com.
Hey there, it's Dr. Sanjay Gupta with some exciting news to share. CNN is now streaming. That means you can read, watch, and stream everything in one subscription. You can watch news live 24/7. You can also explore catch-up videos and explainer videos. And you can also watch the library of CNN's originals, including my latest documentary, It Doesn't Have to Hurt. Just go to cnn.com/all access.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back on this election day. Away from the New York City race for mayor for just a moment. You just heard this song going back to Cali, LL Cool J, because of pretty boy Gavin Newsom, who never met a woman he didn't love. Did I just say that? Oops, sorry, Governor. Pretty boy thinks you're going to be president. Never going to happen. Destroyed California. We'll get back to New York City and New Jersey and Virginia in just a moment. But pretty boy Gavin Newsom, his wife, before the cameras, what is she talking about? What is the future First Lady talking about? Denouncing Trump in a speech with the pretty boy governor who never met a woman that he didn't love standing right next to him.
And I will tell you right now, I will not raise my children to think Donald Trump is an acceptable American leader. Nor that he is what the leader of our great country should behave like. Yes. I won't raise them to think his terror enables his power and that his greed equals success. He is the exact opposite of what real strength looks like. So in our house, Gavin and I will continue to teach our kids what strength really looks like. If you see someone sitting alone at a table, you invite them to your table. If you see someone being bullied, you speak up and ask an adult for help. And you always, always tell the truth. Maybe if Donald Trump's parents had taught him any of these lessons, we wouldn't be in this mess. On the contrary, Trump is enriching his immediate family and cronies. He is stripping away our rights and our democracy. When he knows he's going to lose, he cheats. When the game isn't rigged for him, he rigs it himself. Sometimes no is a full sentence. Trust me.
Okay, enough. I can't take anymore. It's a great thing, lady, that you nor your pretty boy husband, who never met a woman he didn't love, will get nowhere near the White House. Stick in Cali. Cali, you've done enough to ruin that state. Stay there. You're not going anywhere near the White House. And it's beneath you to attack the president of the United States the way you just did and on a personal level. Let me tell you what's also beneath all of us, and this is a warning sign. Activist Linda Sarsour, she's been around, I believe she's Muslim American. She's been around for a while, and she raises a lot of eyebrows. She's talking a lot these days. They kept a lid on her, but now she's starting to talk more and more about, guess what? Mamdani, that she's going to wait until after Election Day to expose that she and others are responsible, she says, for his political success.
Right now, I'm a little more quiet because I'm on the quiet side of this race, but I'm going to tell you that once November 4th comes around, I will tell the story. The story is not just, that it's random that Zohran ascended to this place. It is our Muslim American communities. And I'll also say that it's Muslim money. The PACs that have supported Zohran, or a particular PAC that has supported Zohran, is probably over 80% of Muslim American donors in this country, high net donors, grassroots donors. And I want to make the point that the Unity and Justice Fund PAC, which is the CARE Super PAC, was the largest institutional donor to the pro-Zohran PAC in New York.
So need I say more about what's at stake today as polls open in a little under 5.5 hours? Need I say more? This is one of the highest stakes elections in recent memory that I can think of the last 40 years that I have actually covered. But mic drop moment as the eve of the election came to a close, and we're now headed into Election Day. President Trump on Truth Social actually endorsing Cuomo over Mamdani and ditching Curtis Sliwa, telling people not to vote for Mr. Sliwa from the President of the United States. Hey, listen, I'll take all of your calls, but I don't hear you yelling and screaming now. Oh, Dominic, you're unfair to Curtis. You're unfair to Curtis. You can't say it's me now. It's coming directly from the top Republican in the White House, President Trump, who says do not vote for Curtis Sliwa. Vote for Andrew Cuomo. That from the President of the United States. Mic drop moment at the 11th hour. Back to your telephone calls. 800-848-9222. Steve in Elmont, line 4. Steve, good morning on this election day. What's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic, I'm going to say something. I hope I don't offend anybody, and I apologize before that. But at this time and moment, I think with the vote so split that the only thing that can save this city would be for the white New Yorkers to actually just all endorse Cuomo, the ones that are not endorsing Mamdani, because there's a lot that is. But the only thing that can save it would be to be like, okay, we like Cuomo. I mean, we like Curtis, but we can't have a socialist as the governor of the mayor of New York, and it's up to them.
It's up to everybody, but you directed it at white New Yorkers. That's not really what the issue is right now. The issue is the large block of black and Latinos that are going to just blindly vote for Mamdani. That's the problem.
But the 10% or the 15 or 12% that Curtis has, that former Governor Cuomo needs, is not, who you said it is. It's the rest of the people who are still, wishing and hoping and trying to strategize that if only Jupiter was aligned with Mars and something else happened.
You're correct. You're correct. I'm trying to figure out this alliance between Sliwa and Mamdani. And I'm trying to give Mr. Sliwa the benefit of the doubt, but it's starting to smell very, very bad. Something is rotten here.
The way he went after Cuomo today, I think pretty much sums it up. At this point, as much as I love and enjoy listening to Curtis, besides maybe doing a podcast, his political career is not going to be good after this. He had a chance to come back after this and save the day. He can actually be a hero, but he's looking like a villain right now.
Well, I don't know what else to say to that. Steve, thank you for the call. It's going to be very, very interesting. But to all of you that call up yelling and screaming at me, oh, you're selling Curtis out. What do you say now? You're Minnie Mouse now. Trump said himself, dump Sliwa. You ain't got nothing to say now. Where are you now? The phones are wide open. Yes, every call is lit up, but we'll move you to the top. What do you say now? You're mighty quiet now. The president of the United States, the top Republican, says vote Cuomo, ditch Sliwa. Hours before the polls open. And guess what? If the president can peel half of Mr. Sliwa's support away, Andrew Cuomo is the next mayor of New York City. If the president is effective and he can pull half of Mr. Sliwa's support, he doesn't even need all of it. If he can get half, he's within 4 points. He's within 4 points. If he can pull 4 to 6 points, if the president's words can pull half of Mr. Sliwa's support over to the Cuomo column, Andrew Cuomo is the next mayor of New York City. And hopefully we'll never hear from Mamdani again in life, in politics. 800-848-9222. Larry, line 5, Tampa, Florida. Larry, what's on your mind on this election day?
Hi, Dominic. Mamdani cannot be allowed to win. Otherwise, that will result in the end of public transportation, because the only people that will ride the bus and the subway will be undesirables, and people can rip off your jewelry from your neck while you're sleeping. No policing. There will be, if somebody has bugs and they want to put their head on your shoulder, you won't ride the bus or the subway. Neither will I.
Well, the good news for us, Larry, is Mamdani's all talk. All talk. It would require the legislature for him to make subway service free. Now, he can remove...
People don't know that, and that's why they need to know it before they vote, Dominic.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, it's put up a shut-up time now because polls open actually in 5 hours and about 15 minutes.
Well,
Larry, thank you.
About it. Let them know. Let people know what they need to know.
There are much more. There's so many issues. I can't just focus on that one issue. But thank you for the call. Let's go to Vincent, line 4, Brooklyn, New York. What's on your mind, Vincent,
Dominic,
on this election day?
Dominic, what's on my mind is when I heard Curtis dissing John Catsimatidis today in the WABC 770 family, that was it for me, man. That was
well. I don't know what Mr. Sliwa said. And I don't really care to know because it's just I've been down this road. Candidates get desperate.
I'm only saying that because I know that he was getting mad at everybody at 77 who were telling him that he's not going to make it. And
listen, Vincent, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be straight. I don't know if Mr. Sliwa's getting senile. How could you think you're going to run for mayor and we're all going to fall in line behind you? I really believe he's starting to get senile.
Dominic, I agree with you. I've been listening to you every night. I agree 100% with you, Dom.
I mean, the truth of the matter is I've already observed that he's lost a few steps. I haven't mentioned that publicly because I didn't want to tell the truth about a guy that I like, Curtis Sliwa. He's lost a step or 2 or 3. But I'm really starting to believe that he's getting senile. If he thought that he was going to run for mayor and blackmail each and every person he works with to support him publicly, when he knew where my position was and that I would never do that. He knew beforehand, months beforehand, that I was not down with Team Sliwa and that I told him that there was no way ever that he would be elected mayor of New York City. So he knew.
Dominic, when the talk show host was trying to make him back it up a bit, he was doubling down on it.
To be honest with you, I really do believe he's lost a step or 2, to be honest with you. to be honest with you. He's had a very distinguished career as a broadcaster, but his moves are so bizarre. So bizarre.
And what is he going to do now in the future?
I don't know. That's not my problem. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back home. I don't know. That's not my problem. But if he does come back home, and when I do see him, he's going to get it from me.
If he's burning his bridges, Dom, that's not too cool.
Well, you figure it out. Figure it out, Vincent. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying my best not to go there. The truth is, many of his colleagues here's the honest truth. We're very annoyed with him because he put his ego ahead of everybody else. I know who's coaching him, but I can't say. I've been ducking that question for the last 2 weeks. Everybody in politics knows who's pushing him in very bad directions. And he's made life tough for all of us that work with him because we wish the best for him. But for him to think that we were going to line up behind him, he's got to be starting to get senile. How do you think you're going to run for mayor? No education, no qualifications, and we're going to line up behind you? I don't think so. It doesn't work that way. Vincent, thank you. Thank you for the call. Let's go to Marianne in Queens. Line 5, Marianne, what's on your mind on this election day?
Well, I am very concerned. I vote for Cuomo because that is the best thing for the country. I don't understand what is Curtis Sliwa thinking about it. I thought that he was a patriot. And let me tell you, in 2021, when I voted for him, I tried to rally Spanish people around him. They don't like him. And they told me that he has no qualifications. And actually, they told me that he was no more than a gang leader. I fought with them. I love Sliwa. But now I recognize that he is the worst thing that I ever seen in politics. And let me tell you, the Republican Party is losing so many people that were trying to get in those lines because of Curtis Sliwa. He hurt the party. He hurt you. I'm crying because I don't want to believe that someone that I defended so much is giving me so much hurt. And let me tell you, those people that rooted for him is in your conscience. Whatever is happening tomorrow, if that man wins, we lost. And we have to remember, Curtis Sliwa say what happened with the senior people. Andrew Cuomo did not take a gun and kill those people. He thought that he was doing good. But guess what? How many lives we lost in 9/11? How many computers were destroyed in the Pentagon because of 19 Muslim people and now they're taking over our country? We have to believe what's going on. And Christians are for Cuomo because that's the only hope we have for United States and the world. It's Sliwa.
I hear you. I hear you, Marianne. Thank you for the call. I don't know what happened, but here we are, Election Day. Thank you for the call. Let's go to line 4, Robert in Philadelphia. What's on your mind, Robert?
Hey, Dominic. As always, it's good to talk to you. You had just commented a few minutes ago. I'm not here to dispute any of the political logic or nothing like that, but you had mentioned a few minutes ago that you hope that Mamdani loses and you don't have to hear from him again. And why I echo that sentiment, I would submit to you that even if he loses, this is the new norm for New York. It's going to be so-called traditional Democrats who are really far-left Democrats with velvet gloves on, if you ask me. But it's going to be traditional Democrats against far-left Democrats for things like the mayor seat going forward. I don't see any room for Republicans in that race going forward. At least for the next few cycles, I could be wrong about that.
No, you're correct. You're correct. I wanted to get you in, Robert, before I had to take a break. You are 1,000% correct. This is just the beginning. Even if Mamdani fails later on today, they're going to be even slicker to get an even prettier, even more articulate candidate to come in out of nowhere with no record so that you can't condemn them and try it again and again and again. So you're correct, Robert. I've got to take a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana lets you buy your next car on your terms. Explore a massive inventory online, filter for what matters, and find your perfect match. Then choose delivery to your home or pick it up at one of Carvana's iconic car vending machines. Every car also comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can make sure it's the right fit. Buy your car on Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Carvana. This is a real good story about Bronx and his dad, Ryan. Real United Airlines customers.
We were returning home, and one of the flight attendants asked Bronx if he wanted to see the flight deck and meet Captain Andrew.
I got to sit in the driver's seat.
I grew up in an aviation family, and seeing Bronx kind of reminded me of myself when I was that age.
That's Andrew, a real United pilot.
These small interactions can shape a kid's future.
It felt like I was the captain.
Allowing my son to see the flight deck will stick with us forever.
That's how good leads the way.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back. I'm going to try and get in as many calls as we can. Let's go to Sandra in New Jersey, line 2. Sandra, what's on your mind?
Good morning, Dominic. You know, I wanted to say that people don't even have to hold their nose when they vote for Cuomo. I believe that if he's given a second chance, he's going to be an excellent mayor. How do you like that? He had power and he had pain, and he was hurt. He's hurt by how disappointed he made the people feel about him. So I feel that he's going to become more humble now, and as a result, he's going to be a very approachable mayor, or more a human mayor, a more effective mayor. And I think that sometimes when someone falls from grace, it's a chance to start over and make a comeback. This man, he is intelligent, he's experienced, he has a real understanding of how the city works. So I don't think you have to hold your nose when you vote for him. I think he's sorry for the things that he did wrong, and I do believe, given a second chance, he's going to be great. How do you like that?
That's pretty good, Sandra. I wish I had thought about it. I'm out of time, but more importantly, how's your husband doing in the hospital?
Coming home tomorrow.
Wonderful, wonderful news, Sandra. Thank you. Folks, you want to stay with us. We will have the best election coverage in town. I can guarantee it. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how this plays out. I will be back 3 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Eastern. It's Election Day. Get out and vote.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.